Welcome back. Wake Up Nigeria continues with our etiquette segment. Now, this is very key for quite a lot of people. Now, if you want to work on becoming a posher, more polished version of yourself, look no further than our guest this morning, fondly called the Queen of Etiquette, Janet Adetu. She is the CEO of JSK Consulting, and she's about to give us some tips on curbing habits, bad habits, especially in public places. You're welcome back to the show, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Titi. I really appreciate that. Honestly, what can I say today? There are so many bad habits out there. And I'm just going to quickly go through them. The first one I'm going to say that we see today is right in our faces. People are just not wearing their masks, and that's a bad habit because today it's all about safety. And, it's a habit and it's happening right now in public places. So please wear your mask for safety, for your own safety and for the safety of people around you. So that's the first one I really wanted to mention.
Okay.
But ones that we see every day that, to be honest, we just don't like them. For me, top of the list is spitting. Spitting in public places, anywhere, anyhow. Some people you might be walking behind someone, before you know it, they're spitting, and you're wondering, why are they spitting? So spitting means you must really have tissue in your hand, and spitting means you should do it really in discreet places. There are some countries where if you do spitting on the floor, you can be fined. So it's really, making sure that you're in a discreet place, you have tissue, and probably in a washroom is a safer place to do something like that. Another thing we see is nose picking. Some people even pick their nose right in the middle of a discussion with other people, and they're not really aware of themselves. But again, too, it's about having some kind of handkerchief, some kind of tissue in your hand. Those are things that are discreet. They're not even pleasing to the eye. So we really want you to go to a washroom or a discreet place if indeed you feel tempted to pick your nose at all. Sneezing, again, is something, I know it's spontaneous, but a lot of people just sneeze anyhow, anywhere. And the worst of all is a lot of people sneeze into their eyes. And that is one that, it's as simple as sneezing into a tissue, a handkerchief, or right now, if you don't have any of those in your hand, just sneeze right into your elbow, okay? Again, we also see people talking with their mouth full. And when it comes to talking with your mouth full, please, the tendency is that you spit food into people's faces, and it's not even a nice sight to talk and people can see what's in your mouth.
That's one that really gets me. That particular one really gets me.
And I think it's as simple as take bite-sized pieces of food first. Don't make your mouth full. And of course, if you have to talk, even if somebody asks you a question and you feel prompted to speak, just finish whatever is in your mouth first. It's as simple as that. It's for, it's even courtesy. At that point in time, especially if you're talking among a midst of people or you're talking in a very important meeting, make sure you finish everything in your mouth first. Another thing we see quite a lot, unfortunately, I probably have to say this, is scratching of the crotch and scratching of the armpit.
Oh my goodness, you went there, Oh
no. Some people, they are habits, they are not pleasing to the eye to see, they are not polite in any way. So you need to seize that habit. It's a habit that it's one of those habits that you must stop doing, especially in a public place. We don't want to see that at all. Whether it's an armpit, wherever it is, we don't want to see that scratching at all. It's something that you really must stop. Another thing is where some people actually shout on the phone and they have their conversation for the whole public to hear. Now, no matter what you're talking about, keep your conversations confidential and to you and the person on the other end only. We don't need to hear your conversation. And again, sometimes you're talking about something that's really, really important that other people should not hear. And if you get into the habit of talking so loud on the phone, you might not be wary of what people are listening to and when people are listening. So keep your conversations to yourself.
I'm so pleased you're mentioning all these very, very key habits there. The spitting one happens a lot, even in moving vehicles. Some people spit out the window. That has to stop. The picking of the nose thing, I've observed, I found an article on that where it says if you clean your nose at the same time you're brushing your teeth in the morning, actually purposefully clean it out, there's less need to pick at it later on in the day.
Yeah.
I read that somewhere. Also, having a face mask, very, very important as well. Madam Janet, as always, it's always a pleasure having you on the show with us.
Thank you. Let me just remind people not to please talk on your phone or text on your phone while driving. That's very, very serious habits that people just need to, and of course, no peeing in public. If we say that.
You went there again.
We can go on.
The peeing in public places is a no-no. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, if you know you have one or all those bad habits, just know, stop. Stop it. You heard it here. Stop it from now on. We're going to be heading back to the kitchen now.